Welcome back to MDL Crochet. Today's stitch is this beautiful stitch right here. It's called the Arrowhead stitch. It is great, it's flexible, and you can see the arrowheads coming out. But enough of me talking about it. Now, if you can like and subscribe to these videos, it would be greatly appreciated. Leave me a comment. But until then, let's get this stitch going. This stitch is called the Arrowhead stitch, as I said prior. And I did a chain of 20. This stitch has to be worked in even numbers. And it creates a really beautiful, airy product. And it's a very easy stitch to learn. Okay, so as with Tunisian, we work in the back hump. And we always do it from the second chain from your hook. Turn your chains around, you'll see all these back humps. You can see all the humps. And that's what we're going to be pulling up our loops. Now we need to pull up 20. So let's go ahead and pull up 20. Okay, so let's just count, make sure we do have 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we're going to do a normal standard return pass. So that means we chain 1 and we pull through 2 all the way till the end till we only have 1 loop left on our hook. So let's go ahead and get to pulling through 2. Alright, so we got our 2. This is a foundation row. Now this is a 2-row repeat. So on the first row, what we're going to do is we're going to Tunisian simple stitch 2 together. So you're going to go 1, 2, yarn over and pull through those 2. Yarn over because now we got to make up for that. And you're going to do it again. Tunisian simple stitch 2 together. Yarn over, go through those 2 again. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over and do it again. Tunisian simple stitching 2 together. And you're going to do this all the way down to your end. But you got to always yarn over after you do it. Because you're losing a stitch and then you make up for that stitch with that yarn over. And again. One, 2, yarn over, pull through, Tunisian simple stitch, yarn over, and then 2 more again. Yarn over, pull through. Now, we're still got to do a yarn over. Because you always do a yarn over after you do this. Now, we're at the end. So just take your work to the row you just closed, fold it onto it, and you're going to end up right where you need to be, which is this. If I can quit splitting the yarn. Oh goodness, it is wanting to split today. What is wrong with you? There we go. So you're working on that last chevron right here, and you're going to yarn over and then you're going to pull right on through. And go ahead and count. I'm going to keep reiterating it in every video. Count. There's nothing wrong with counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I started out with 20. I still have 20. So let's go ahead and do a normal return pass. So you chain 1, and then you pull through 2. And you pull through 2 all the way down to the end. But be careful of those yarn overs. They are a little tricky. Okay, that's the start of our arrowhead. Now this one's going to be a little different. So the first stitch, we're going to go ahead and put a simple stitch. Now we're going to do a knit stitch, but you're going to say where? Well, we have that yarn over, and there is always a front and back post to everything. This is the front post to that yarn over. The back post, believe it or not, is right here. So there's the 2 posts for the yarn over. So we're going to do a knit through that. And then you're going to do a Tunisian simple stitch, a knit, Tunisian simple stitch, a knit, Tunisian simple stitch, a knit, a Tunisian simple stitch, a knit, Tunisian simple stitch, a knit, a Tunisian simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch. Now we're at the end, but remember, it's still a stitch. You still have the back post here and the front post here from our yarn over. We still have them. So what we're going to do is do a knit in this space, and then bring your work down to the row you just completed, making sure you keep that knit on there, and you'll work yourself right into where you need to be to close off your row. And then you pull up a loop. And again, don't be afraid to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So go ahead and chain 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and do that all the way down until you have just 1 loop on your hook. And as I said, this is the 2-row repeat. Well, this was the second row. So let's do the 3rd row, which is row 1 over again. So it's just a simple stitch into 2. So just pull through, yarn over, go to the next 2, simple stitch into 2, yarn over, go to the next one, simple stitch into those 2, yarn over, and continue that all the way down the line. Remember, every time you do this, you have to yarn over. If you don't, your product's going to look all wonky, as well as because you're losing stitches, and you're going to end up with a row that is going to be very small. because you'll cut the row down in half every time. Yarn over, drop down to your row you just closed, fold onto yourself, and pull up a loop. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So chain 1 and pull through 2. Pull through 2. Watch out for those yarn overs though. Alrighty. And that's the arrowhead. Now we're going to do our second row, which is we'll do row 4, which is also our second row of the repeat, which is 1 Tunisian simple stitch right there. And then remember, we go through the big gap as a knit. Simple stitch, knit stitch, 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 a simple, a knit, a simple, and remember we still have this last one, it's still a stitch because you can see the back post right there, and then you have the front post right here. So you're going to go in between them and pull up a knit. Now it's not going to look like a knit like it would with the normal knit stitch because they're so wide and loose, but it's still a knit stitch because you're going through the front and back post. Now remember, drop your work down with your row you just completed, fold onto yourself, and you're going to end up right where you need to be, and then pull up a loop. And as I said, it doesn't hurt to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So chain 1 and then pull through 2. Pull through 2 all the way down the line. Okay, so we just finished that row, which was row 2 of the repeat. Now we're going to go back to row 1 of the repeat. So you're going to slip stitch, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, hold your yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch 2 of them again together, and you're going to do this all the way down the line. Remember to always yarn over after you complete one. Keeps your row count accurate because you're making up for the one you're losing. Uh-oh, split the yarn, there we go. And then yarn over, bring your work even with the row you just closed off, fold upon yourself, and you're right where you need to be. Let's count again. I'm not afraid to count. You shouldn't be afraid to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So chain, now that we did our pull through, so now we chain 1 and then pull through 2 all the way down to the end. So we only have 1 on. And again, remember, watch out for those yarn overs. They're pesky. So that was row 1 of the repeat. Now we're going to do the second row of the repeat, which is a Tunisian simple stitch, and we just go through the gap, do a knit stitch, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple, knit, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch, knit stitch, simple stitch, and we do a knit stitch in the very last one, and then we just drop our needle to the row we're closing off, fold upon ourselves, and you're right where you need to be. Pull up a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Chain 1 and pull through 2. Pull through 2 all the way down to the end. But you can see the arrowhead. That's the arrowhead stitch. I'll be back in just a second with a decent amount done on this swatch. Alright, I'm just finishing up the last few stitches. And then we'll do the close off, which is just going to be a normal Tunisian simple stitch. So just Tunisian simple stitch, slip stitch. So just pull up like you're doing a Tunisian simple stitch and then go all the way through. Keeping one loop on your hook at all times. That's all you're trying to do. And then you just get down there to all the way down to the end. And if you end it on the row 2 repeat, it is so much easier to see where you're doing your slip stitches because you got everything up. Alright, now let me go ahead and get my scissors so we can cut a piece of yarn. Oop. Another chain, pull through. And that, my friends, is the arrowhead stitch. That is really pretty. You can see the arrowheads big time. Now let's check the flexibility. Does it have horizontal give? Not much. How about vertical? A lot. And you can really see the arrowheads there. So what would I use this for? Well, if you made it in cotton, it'd be a really great pot holder. Yeah, don't ever make acrylic or pot holders out of acrylic. They will just melt. I mean, acrylic's technically just plastic. It's made out of petroleum, which is a byproduct of oil. You could do a nice shoulder bag, a nice shawl, or even, you know, a sweater or cardigan. And I know I say that a lot, but a lot of these stitches would make really great sweaters or cardigans. You could probably do a nice little headband. That's all I can think of. Maybe y'all can think of some more, and if you can, leave a comment. Let me know. Also, if you can like and subscribe these videos and give me a comment, leave a comment. If you don't have nothing to say, just leave a comment, chit chat. Let's talk. But until next time, guys, keep stitching.